There once was a town in a land far away. 'Twas a place full of dark and a city full of gray. This town was called Fruville, full of Fru girls and Fru boys. There were snowflakes on windows, but very little joy. The Frus were unhappy, how long we don't know, but they always had Christmas and they always had snow. Just one thing was missing, and that was the light. No Fru had even seen it, not since that dreadful night. Light once stood high in the center of town, but the Frus told Light to leave, and Light left without a sound. I've asked many Frus why the removal of the light. They say it got old. Too bright. We want night.
Light stinks! Too bright! We want night! Too bright!
Replaced was a tree that stood tall. Still Christmas remained with presents, ribbon, bows, and all. They had decorations aplenty, none could they see. The star had no color, no light, and no gleam. And every Christmas it happened like so. They gathered together every friend and every foe. Underneath that tree, packed high, packed tight, was hundreds of presents to be opened that night.
One present for each!
Was the rule that all Frus knew. No Fru got more, no Fru got two.
No smiles, no cheer. Just pick out a gift and get the Fru out of here.
Sally Fru was first to pick up the presents under there. She searched for the largest, the biggest gift she would never share. And Billy and Sammy and Bobby McGee knew that she had found it beneath that fruit tree. They all picked out a gift until all presents were gone, till one fruit boy stood there alone. Here was this boy, his name no one knew. He was a small little guy in this big town of Fru. His name was Tommy, such a wonderful tiny guy. But he never spoke up. Some would call him quite shy. He stood at that tree where one present remained, a present that had been there forever, a present so plain. So many years had gone by, not a glance or a wink, no Fru would come close. Slowly the gift began to sink, so deep in that white, almost lost in that cold. But Tommy could see, and tonight he was feeling bold. He stepped a bit closer, a glimmer he saw. Not a sound could be heard, not even snow's silent fall.
What is in the package?
Tommy spoke out loud. He could stand there no longer. He had to find out. His footsteps drew near. His excitement grew thick. As he grasped for the package in his hands, it did stick. He tore through the wrapping that had grown molded and old, not knowing what was beneath, but he saw it. It was beginning to show. Tommy's heart was now racing, his pulse could be heard. The package stood there open, but he was not scared. What was open could not be hidden. There was nowhere to run, for what was in this small gift was as bright as the sun. Tommy stood there awakened, his eyes could not close, and there were footsteps behind him as others began to show. They all could not believe what their eyes eyes did see, for light had returned, and there was nowhere to flee. I must pause here and make it understood, for far too long, for the Fru's life was not good. As soon as the light left a long time ago, the Frus felt so empty, alone, and so cold. But the gift of forgiveness, the fact that light had returned, he smiled upon them and beckoned them near. The snow it had melted, the sadness it had left. Now replaced was the love to clean up this mess. All Fru knew it quickly what they had done without, and everyone smiled, and Tommy did shout,
Cheers at a time!
I've heard it so long, it once was away, but now has come home. We asked it to leave, but still it stayed near. It loved so much, it now is so clear. We needed the light to discover our joy. We needed this light, all Fru girl and Fru